Hi, I'm married to a baseball player, a professional one, and I'm a married single mom. That's right, you heard me. I am a married single mom. And what do I mean by that? I mean that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You mean to tell me this woman is married to a baseball player, but she's calling herself a single mom? Now, before I say throw the whole broad away, I think we may want to listen to what this woman has to say because it's triggering, but the real reason is because men are trying to figure out what is going on in these relationships. Why are women breaking up? Why are women divorcing? Why are women breaking up families? So let's see what this woman actually has to say. Now, before we do that, I need you guys to join this conversation. Make sure you stick through to the end of the video because I promise you, there is a twist that you don't see coming. Make sure you comment your thoughts under this video, like the video, then subscribe to the channel because I am posting consistent content. My name is Bertrand. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Hi, I'm married to a baseball player, a professional one, and I'm a married single mom. That's right, you heard me. I am a married single mom. And what do I mean by that? I mean that my husband plays baseball 7 months out of the year. And so 7 months out of the year, I am parenting 3 children alone for the most part. I go to all of the activities. I handle all the business here at the house. And at the end of the summer, we go for visits. But even when we go to visit him for those 2.5 months, my husband's only home for 2 weeks out of the month. So unless I travel with my entire family, 3 children, all under 6, and go with him, we don't see my husband but for 2 weeks out of those months during the summer. The rest of the time, I'm doing everything by myself. And by everything, I mean the drop-offs, the pickup.
Oh, poor her. Like this sounds so like horrible, right? I mean, she's married, which means she has a man. On top of that, he plays baseball, which means he is a millionaire, possibly a multimillionaire because baseball players do get paid a lot of money. Now, I know everything is on a scale, so you have guys that are making a lot of money, and then now when I say a lot of money, we're talking 400, 500 million dollar contracts, all the way down to possibly a couple million a year. But nonetheless, millions are millions. To me, it sounds like she's just doing her job, right? I mean, because she could actually take the children with her. She could hire help. Let's continue though. Let's see what else she has to say. Here we go.
Scheduling the appointments, taking the kids to do all of their things, the birthday parties, the kindergarten graduations, the after school clubs, the all of the things I'm doing by myself, even as someone married to a professional athlete. I would never be embarrassed to say that. I would never be embarrassed to say that.
Then we moved into our most recent house, and he had left a job to try to do a different job. That job wasn't paying him well, and so he ended up falling behind, and we were behind, and he went back to his old job and couldn't catch up, and the mortgage company only wanted the payment in full, and they were not working with him. They were not letting him do a payment plan, so on and so forth. So we eventually foreclosed on the house. And so the weekend that we were moving out of the house that we foreclosed on, he was telling me that he wants to get me pregnant, and I said, absolutely not. This is not the time. We're about to move into my parents' house, and I do not want to be pregnant right now. I don't want to have a baby. Well, lo and behold, that weekend, he got me pregnant.
So when things look all good and luxurious on social media, it's not. Because they got to go through life just like the rest of us. Let's continue.
That means that I am a badass woman who knows how to figure shit out. It means that I am a wholly capable woman who has figured out how to make my life work with my 3 children and never compromise on a beat. I work, I help my family, I take care of our children, I do all of the things that I need to do basically on my own. And I would never be embarrassed for people to think that. And to all of the real single moms out there, real single women, the real single moms who are handling everything by yourself on one income, I hope that my children can see that I am half the mom that you are. Because to love somebody so unconditionally that you will do everything in your power to care for them alone and by yourself is one of the most amazing things that I could think of. I'm in awe by you all of the time. That's nothing I could ever imagine being embarrassed to be compared to.
Now, why would she be compared to any single parent? I'm making this content specifically because I am a single father. Literally, I am a single father of two, not three, but literally a single father of two. And I can tell you, it is hard. It is difficult. But as a man, what I've learned to do is add structure. Now, for this woman, I'm going to go ahead and say, throw the whole broad away. Go ahead and throw the whole broad away. Yes, that little twist at the end where she gave the single moms their just due and her saying that she's not half the mom that single moms actually are. She is 100%. That is 100% factual. But I wouldn't even say that it's half, because even though she said that she works, think about it like this. Do you think that her job is what's keeping their family afloat? Or is it the millionaire baseball player that she's married to? Do you think that her not working will significantly impact the family to where they have to downgrade their lifestyle if she is not working? So let me go ahead and say this. If she is working, this is because she wants to work. It's not because she has to work. Those are two completely different things. And to me, what it sounds like is she's bored, or she wants her own time away from the children. The money that she has to be receiving from her husband means that she's not single, nor is she a single parent. Because again, that is two completely different things. Now, if she were a widow, or if she were divorced, or if the guy was just some type of deadbeat, then yes, she would have a completely a real argument. But at this point, she doesn't. And this is disrespectful to all the single moms, disrespectful to all the single parents out there, because she's the one trying to compare herself, not everybody trying to compare herself to them. In fact, I don't even know if they would have put her in this category. She decided to put herself in this category. Now, as far as men go, this is what men are blindsided by. I'm sure her husband's reaction to this is going to be similar to everybody else's, including the women in her comment section. The majority of the women were actually dragging her, saying that she's not a single mom, saying exactly what I just said, that baseball income, being with a professional athlete, is completely different from actually doing it all on your own. In fact, her doing it all on her own, again, is not even true, because the major part that she's leaving out is the financial security that she has. Again, this woman does not have to work. She does not have to depend on the government. She does not have to, the only help that she needs is actually dealing with the children, which again, this is something that she can actually hire. She can hire people to come in and help her out. Now, what I actually enjoyed about this piece of content that this woman decided to put out is it's a telling story of a lifestyle, or the lifestyle that comes with a professional athlete. They're going to be gone because they're literally at the top of the food chain. What I mean by that is everybody who wanted to play this sport did not get the opportunity. There are only so many people who get this opportunity, and it sounds like her husband is one of those guys who received this once in a lifetime opportunity. There are so many men who wanted to play sports, who thought they would make it pro, who believed in themselves, who bet on themselves, and they did not make it. But this shows the actual lifestyle that comes with it. So when we see women out here looking like they're living it up, looking like they're living a luxurious lifestyle, we get to see exactly what they complain about, which also shows us that you cannot keep a woman satisfied. It is impossible. Now, you can somewhat, kind of, sort of satisfy her or please her in the moment, but there will always be something to complain about. There will always be something to nag about. Now, the majority of men, especially as we get older, we don't really want to hear the nagging and the complaining, because my life is just as hard as your life. That man is literally out there playing baseball for his life, because every single year there's a draft, which means younger guys are coming in. And every single year, that man who's a professional athlete, he has to be able to continuously beat those young men out. Because if he doesn't, then he will be at home with her and those 3 kids. Now, they may have to downgrade their lifestyle. But again, the reason why I enjoyed this content was because it showed a different lifestyle to guys who actually are making a lot of money, meaning they don't have a lot of time to do certain things. So as a woman, she's going to have to step up. She's going to have to do things that may be uncomfortable. She's gonna have to get her ass up and make sure that everything at the house is taken care of, because he's not at the house to take care of things. If he was, they would have to downgrade their lives. In fact, I just did a video on a woman who is divorcing her husband because he got her pregnant, because they had to downgrade their lifestyle because he was moving from job to job trying to make more money just to go through what we call struggle. This woman is not going through any type of struggle, but this is why I tell men to make sure that your mind is sharp and focused, right? Read, write, meditate, keep your mind focused, stay disciplined. In fact, with discipline, make sure that you're exercising. Make sure that you're out and you're moving your body, because you need this. No matter if you think about it in terms of women or if you think about it in terms of whatever. Health is everything. And then, of course, make sure you got your money right, because when your money is right, you can hire help. It gives you access to things that most people don't have access to. Being married to a professional baseball player means she has access to things that the majority of the people on this planet do not have access to. This is why I'm saying throw the whole broad away. But I got a question for you. What do you think? Comment your thoughts under this video. Now, if you like this video, which I hope you did, make sure you check out the next video. You will definitely love it. Peace. See you on the next one.